Hey guys, Lynn coming to you from London, Ontario, Canada. I wanted to come on and talk about the life as a targeted individual and when people are using black magic on you for about 49 fucking years. I'm on my spiritual journey. I'm sober. Almost 6 years, September 15th. Cocaine, I always mention it. It's probably about 7 years, but we'll put them at the same date because I don't remember because I was still drunk. So we'll just claim September 15th for say 6 years off of both. But the cocaine's at least 7 or 7.5, but that doesn't matter. The point is I'm very sober in my community, and a lot of people are very, very, very much on cocaine, drunk, and it's the new black in my whole city. And if you're not drunk or on cocaine, you're a fucking narcissist. And the people on cocaine and alcohol are narcissists as well. My whole channel that I've made, it's built around awakening, opening up your chakras. I include narcissists because I know they can't do it. So I put always with the pros and cons of everything. And we all have our unique way to talk and tell our story. I brought narcissism very much into mine because I've had 49 years of dealing with these assholes. 122 on the timer. I made a video last night about the crooked cops. The first time they entered my house in February, I was letting them know again about the voice to skull technology being used in my ear. Again, I must be a pretty big deal with the birth name Lynn, L-Y-N-N, Julie, last name W-A-L-D-R-O-N. Or somebody wouldn't be talking to me in my ear every day like they got this handler on my life and he won't stop talking to me. So even when I'm getting dressed every day and showering, the man's in my ear talking. When I look in the mirror in my bathroom, the man's talking to me every minute of my life. 2:11 on the timer. Right now I'm being scalar weaponized so bad. I had a failed back surgery back in 2015. I'm getting really fucking hot right now, so it's time to get a lawyer. I'm burning up right now. They're performing necromancy on me, and I'm wondering if there's literally something inside of me, like in my body, that the people that I'm around, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, could have actually put something the fuck inside of me when I was drunk or passed out. You see, in my story, the very much horror movie that I'm living, it's almost like a Stephen King movie that I'm living. I'm the main fucking star though, and everybody around me is the liar. They put spiritual warfare, psychological warfare on me. And again, I explained in all my other videos that when I was going out watching bands, like this sudden air, this energy took over everything, and these people all started turning on me. Which is fine. So I started doing my journey by myself, which I already was doing. And I've been single now for a long, long time. I noticed in my journey, this family that says they're my family, I looked back at pictures. They hated me when I was drunk. At first, I thought it was just a sober thing. First, I thought they were just hated me because I was sober. Because very much in front of me, everything I said, I never could talk anyway. I never talked. They all talked over top of me. I was invisible. They all laughed at me, bullied me, beat the fuck out of me. And now look at me. I look beautiful, right? I feel beautiful. And I don't even have to wear makeup. That's what I look like. And if I start posting all my other pictures of what I used to look like before, when I was getting beat up, when I was drunk, when I was on cocaine, hanging out with psychopaths that disgust me. I would never be hanging out with people like that ever. I had no self-esteem. I left the best man in my life to go do a drug called cocaine. Then I started tapping into my childhood wounds, and I went deep inside of myself, and I assessed those wounds at the core. I broke down the societal wounds, the core programming that we're all born with. And I became a better person for myself. I'm sweating to death right now, by the way. 5:05 on the timer. I made a YouTube channel back, a year or two ago? And in the last couple months, I think I'm up to, it doesn't matter, like 175, 177 videos. But I was stagnant at like maybe 20, 23 for a while. Because I had no confidence. But as a child in St. Jude's, where I went here in London, Ontario, I was very, very, very articulate. And I always remember doing my speeches in the class. I wrote them down on a cue card and my hands would shake. And the feeling that I have all over my body right now is I'm shaking. But it's not from lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem. Somebody's weaponizing me. So I take out my gum because I don't smoke, so I'm chewing Thrive gum, which is fine. Another addiction down from 6 months ago. That's how I very much know that my throat is fine. I'm very, very healthy. And I do affirm every day. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am infection-free. I am disease-free. My thyroid functions perfectly as can be. I'm getting hotter and hotter by the minute. And I am going to take this video to a lawyer today, I guess, because this is never stopping. Someone's got some really big fucking secret in my fucking hometown, man. And these guys aren't going to be getting away with it anymore. Again, I've made videos saying that I know that people owe me a spiritual inheritance. Whether it be a trust fund from my real parents that was left to me as a kid. Whether it was from me advancing and breaking down all of the addictions, being a generational curse breaker for my ancestors. I very much surpassed and I beat the fucking odds. I beat the human experience. So as a spiritual being, we're having a human experience. And I'm the spiritual being. I've been the spiritual being now since I got sober and took accountability for my life. For my very life that these assholes could have had me dead, chokeholded out, hanging out with criminals and psychopaths, that I was so blinded by the drug of cocaine and being a fall down drunk for 27 years. My ears are popping. It's like people can tune into me every day. And again, the voice to skull. An illegal program by the government. Put on a government watch list since I was a kid. Birthright gone. Free will gone. Bullied to fuck by my sibling, Steve Hugh Waldron, here in London, Ontario, Canada. Bullied at my elementary school, St. Jude's. He's 6 years older than me, and he used to watch me. And again, it's called The Watchers, where the voice they're doing on me is him. Where again, it could still be him. Or it's the government using voices of people that you do know. Now, these voices are breaking down your subconscious mind where our manifestations come from. The subconscious mind is how we make money, how we do everything, and how we attune with the universe on our spiritual journey. The subconscious mind is something that jealous, envious, and narcissistic people wouldn't want you to have. Because they hate, they can't be great, they sit and berate, they can take that too. My whole life I was so ugly, but cute as a kid. I look exactly like I was as a kid right now. I have a picture right here to prove it. 2 of them. The other pictures, I don't look anything like I look like right now. And I started going back and looking in my pictures. When I walked into a party somewhere, I was the beautiful. Almost like Princess Diana. And you can tell by looking at somebody that they have good energy. You can just look at them and tell that they're an empath. When I walked away, even before trying cocaine, when I was a fall down drunk, I'd leave the party cloaked in every single other person's energy. So now I'm an energy reader. I'm an energy channeler for the divine. They don't want me to get the message out, and they're scalar weaponizing me harder and harder. It's like somebody's got a fucking dog collar on me, like a wild beast. They're treating me like, but they're the wild beast. They're not human. They're disgusting. And I don't think they can get away with this much fucking longer. Right now, I'm going to have to move back, so let me put the phone down for a minute. And after my failed back surgery, I always needed a good chair because I have all those rods in my back. I believe now in 1993, a gentleman in my city tried to actually kill me when the Blazer I got in flipped over twice and I was in the car for 2 minutes after saying, no, I didn't want to ride. I was walking to the bus stop over and over again. As we heal, we practice the word no, which again is the hardest word in the English language to say. But again, it is a fucking full sentence. When you say no to somebody, anything beyond that no is rape. It's rape. And to these assholes that are doing this to me, you're raping me. You're fucking raping me. The lawyer's gonna know. The whole city's gonna know. And it is my birthright to start mentioning every other person's name that I know that's in on this. Where I'm living, maybe I'll start dropping those fucking names out too. And if I remembered any of those 1144 on the time or any of those constables that came in my house, I told them very much names of my demonic karmic family. I told them names of a psychopath that should never be out of jail in this city. There's a bunch of them actually. And they did nothing. They fucking did nothing, man. Now there's a woman I've talked about before. Her name's Diane Collins. She's a black woman and she was used as a scapegoat. And she made a TED Talk. You can look her up. And her story is beautiful. And the only difference between my voice and hers is she's black and I'm white. Her story's beautiful. I'd recommend checking her out. Now, you can't see right now, but waking up in a building filled with narcissists, I always talk about narcissism being the leading cause of illness and disease. They know it. They've never healed. Half of them are fucking 80, like that family I came from. They've never healed. They're perfect, don't you know? But there's more to my case. There's more to my case than what's really going on. Now, I'm going to go back to when my brother's ex-wife's father died. A Scottish man. A wonderful man in my city. We went to a celebration of life. I can't remember now, but I lived in this apartment and I was sober. So we'll just take a guess. 2-3 years ago. There was a man that I remembered from my childhood. I remembered his voice. I remembered everything about him. He's a skinny, frail, alcoholic man. How would a little girl remember the man, but the parents that she knew, the liars, the people that abused her and abused the fuck out of her, hated her, gave her ugly haircuts on purpose, laughed at her, pointed at her, got other people to join in everywhere I went. How would I remember this one man and his voice and have a conversation with him now as a 49-year-old woman at a celebration of life? And these two, Gordon and Mary, pretended they didn't know who the fuck he was. Does that even make sense? It doesn't. And I was like, oh, look, do you remember so-and-so? Look, it's him. And they both lied. One of them walked away. The father walked right away. You know, there was free booze at the celebration of life and I was sober. So as long as there's free booze, main alcoholics are pretty happy, right? Then the mother, Mary, which is not that kind of a mother at all, I think my grandpa gave her the wrong name because I had a close bond with him in Scotland as well. She stood there and then talking still. He was talking about having a girlfriend somewhere, blah, blah, blah. A younger woman. He's about their age, I think. 77, 76. The point of the matter is they lied. There's got to be a reason when people lie, right? Like I had the greatest fiance in the whole wide world, and I hid my cocaine addiction for years, and I lied. I was a liar. Because I had a cocaine addiction. Did I sit there saying, oh my God, I'm a drunk and a cokehead because I'm a victim because of my family? No, I didn't. I used my mess as a message and started sharing out loud on Facebook. Again, we don't heal and help people because that's the ego. And on the spiritual journey, we lose our ego. We break it down. Something a narcissist can't do because all they have is their pride, their ego, and their shame, guilt, and fear. Again, they go to bed in shame, 20 points on the Dr. Hawkins scale. 16, 19 on the timer. That's pretty close to the excellent birthday of my fiance, the best man in the world, that I had a soul bond with. And that got fucked up due to cocaine and booze because I didn't know how to love myself. So I chose psychopaths because I wasn't ready to accept the love he was giving me because I felt disgusting. Because I was raised, basically, I guess the saying could be in a barn. I was raised with psychopaths, by psychopaths. I was raised as being the scapegoat of the family. In a narcissistic family, there's a scapegoat and a golden child. The brother that I lived with was the red card guy in soccer. Red card, banging shit. Bang in the water cooler over at soccer games. The father was the coach. He was a mouthpiece too. Are you telling me a sweet little innocent girl who still smiled every day when they gave her a triangle haircut? The ugliest haircut you could ever envision for a little girl. When as a kid I had nice beautiful blonde hair like I do now. Curly. And every picture I looked back at St. Jude's, at the elementary school where I went, I looked different in every picture, but now I'm an energy reader. The one other picture that I had that I look like I do now is missing from my pictures in here. It's again, like Princess Diana, is the way I look in the picture. You can just tell by somebody's energy what kind of person they are by a picture. I guess the expression, a picture tells 1,000 words, comes into play. I'm sweating to death right now. Sweating so much that I don't know how many people in this city have got a fucking remote control on me. Like a puppet. Who controls our life? And all I know, again, from the voices, back in February, we've been watching you, Lynn, since you were a little child. We know everything about you. We're not going to stop until you're dead. Now, back in February, I told the cops this. They were narcissists. They smirked at me. And the narcissists all have a fucking smirk. It doesn't matter what they look like on the outside. I'm not talking about religion, color of skin. I'm talking about narcissism, bullying, psychopathy. It doesn't matter what kind of skin you were born with. They're fucking lurking the planet everywhere, and they're evil monsters. They're creatures. When I was a kid, I made a video before. We're told the monsters are under your bed. They're not. They're fucking standing in front of you everywhere. My fucking body is so sore right now, from head to toe. My neck is fucking so sore right now. I don't even know how I'm keeping it up. The pain is radiating all the way down my back, right into the area where I had my failed back surgery. 2 rods, 3 tacks, 4 pins, and 3 dividers. L5S1, I believe. Spinal stenosis, herniated disc disease. Had an excruciating, painful job for 15 years where you're a fucking pack mule there too, but at least you're getting paid for it. The bag's so big, they didn't fucking do weight qualifications, nothing. And I hurt for 15 years working there. I walked every day for 10 to 12 hours with a pack mule bag on top of me. Parcels falling out all over the fucking place. Did I love it at first? Of course I did. I was getting paid to walk, which I love to exercise, and I could wear my earphones, which brings me to the next point. Now on my spiritual journey, again, I've made the video about them following me around in my old phone, people seeing everywhere I was going, watching me, stalking me, gang stalking me, talking all day in my ear, walking to an AA meeting. Hey, I know that guy. Talk, Lynn, do this, do that, like I'm a fucking paid monkey. I brought the old phone into a cell phone shop. They told me there was a tracker in it. They gave me signs and synchronicities from my angels and ancestors on who the perpetrator and the predator was that put the tracker in my phone. It came down to a couple people, but the one is a psychopath that I left 7 years ago when I was coming down from cocaine in the morning and already blew up my fucking life with the greatest man ever, my best friend. A guy who loved me so much that I couldn't love myself because of my childhood. And a guy that we were together probably 16 fucking years, if I can remember back. My longest relationship I've ever had. And the best guy on the fucking planet that I very much should be with right in this particular moment. In time and space. All dimensions, anywhere, I should always be with him. 22. I had my first house with him, my first everything. Anyway, back in the cell phone, they told me the tracker was in my phone, and the signs coming through from the universe was songs from a disgusting predator, psychopath that I used to hang out with and do cocaine. I very much left him in the morning one morning. I looked at him, I was still drunk, and I walked away. Because he beat the fuck out of me, dragged me through stones, strangled me with sweaters, punched me, spit on me, laughed at me, demeaned me, bullied me, made fun of me in front of his other cokehead friends. Told me he bought me fast food because I was 183 pounds back there, very big, after my failed back surgery. And when you do drugs and drink a lot, you don't eat very healthy. So your body gets big and you're ugly, but you're not a narcissist. So I had that going for me. But I became like them, hiding my cocaine addiction from a great man because, I gotta say it again, energy, energy attracts like energy. When I had my spiritual awakening, we'll go back to that day when I left him. Something must have come over me because I've always been spiritual even when I was drunk. And he was disgusting. And I left and I walked away. When you walk away from somebody like that, which I already did, I had a peace bond against him. But I was addicted to cocaine. And I was too afraid to get him in jail. He dragged me up and down the stairs, dragged me through rocks. Again, probably kicked me in the shins too. He bullied over top of me and dominated me to the point where I'd be up against a wall. And it's the same look that father and brother did to me as a kid. And the mother. She used to bang my head into food plates. It's the look that a narcissist psychopath gives to you when they're dominating over top of you and you're leaning against a wall, terrified as fuck, kind of like this. And they're like this, coming at you with the psycho look. And they love it. And they got their hand up. They're like, and they love it. They're dominating over you. And they love watching you against the wall. Like a psychopath, wondering how the fuck you're going to get out of there. Now, the man that is a predator in my hometown, he's done it to millions of women. I was too afraid when I was a drunk. And he scared me and threatened me and he blackmailed me. He fucking blackmailed me. And it was before I even told my fiance that I was even doing cocaine, because I was a liar. I was lying about it because I was fucking embarrassed. When you're embarrassed about something, you're probably going to make a fib about it, right? He knew the whole time. It's not too hard to figure out when somebody's on cocaine and hanging out with undesirables. My point of this message is, after my awakening, I'm not afraid of any of these people. They don't scare me at all. Now, they say psychopaths aren't afraid of anybody either. This man was a psychopath, so he's the kind of guy that I would watch him on cocaine, rehearsing emotions in the mirror. And he's a blackmailer. He's a blackmailer. So it brings me to today, where I'm wondering, in this city, I just saw 2619 again, which is great. 619's there again. I'm wondering if in this city where I grew up in, I've been here for 49 years, whether or not that's my real birth age or not, who knows, because they're liars, that family too. I could be 2 years older, I could be 2 years less, who fucking knows? But I don't know anything about my childhood, just the demons that raised me. The demonic beings that they were. Evil. Going back to the brother watching over top of me, like he was watching me like a handler. He was paid to watch me by this family or something. And he followed me around. Everywhere I went, he was like, I'm telling on you, and a big dominating force. I'm going to have to lean back again here because my back is so fucking sore. I got to go back. Actually got to get a pillow. That pillow just fell on the floor, so that's okay. I'm just gonna stand up, maybe. Now, the pain all over my body, it's in my feet, it's in my knees, it's in my legs. And I'm gonna fucking stand here like this, and I don't care, because this is how I'm gonna stand right now. The cops are in on this, whatever the fuck this is, because I invited more cops into my space. I think about a month ago now, 3-4 weeks ago, I called the non-emergency number. The first time they came in February, I called the non-emergency number the non-emergency number. Again, they're trying to shut me the fuck up, and I won't. I'm gonna scream. And every time I scream, the pain is radiating more and more up my back, to the point that I'm being fucking tortured, man. I'm being fucking tortured. I can't explain the pain all over my body, but it's the government, that family, everybody. They're still trying to lie about shit. Why would a family not remember one of their friends at a celebration of life, but I remembered him? Why would I remember this man? And then I left with them in a car, and I think I was even still going on like, I can't believe you don't remember him. Why would I remember him? And who knows what bogus bullshit was coming out of their mouth. They're liars. But there's always a reason for something, right? Why would they be lying about a friend they used to hang out with? Why are they lying about that? Why are they covering something up and hiding it? Why right now, what is being covered up now in my back? What is being covered up to the point that I can hardly even stand up? What is being going on to the fact that the very unit I'm living in is like a RICO, whatever they call it, where everybody's in on it, actually. There's fear-based potions being put into our buildings, in our houses across this city and across the world. The government's above us in drones every night. I've been out there. They say those that have eyes to see, those who have eyes to see, those who see the invisible can do the impossible. When people are unconscious and brain dead like the government wanted you, which would be narcissists, because there's nothing wrong with them. They're egotistical, right? So they're constantly in a state of fear where the government wanted you. 29:55 on the timer, but I'm not. And I know a lot of people that have kicked their addictions aren't. They're smart, they're intelligent, but I was always dumbed down to make it like that I was like an idiot, because narcissists like to make fun of you. Oh, look at Lynn. Oh, back at a celebration of life last year, one of my friend's fathers came in and said, "Oh, I'm surprised Lynn would know how to add that." Something like 2 + 2. This is what they did to me my whole life. How after my awakening am I one of the smartest beings on the entire planet? So again, it goes back to the fact that I was a genius as a kid. Every kid has their spiritual gifts up until the age of 7 or 8. They're very attuned with the universe. And that's stripped away from us. Again, with me, it was stripped away by my demonic idiots that raised me. You couldn't call them parents if you fucking tried. Even if they're not your real parents, they weren't parents. They're bullies, tormentors, aggravators, imposters, projectors. And that's the biggest thing in what narcissists do. They project all their their unhealed wounds onto you. The scapegoat, very much like the black woman Diane Collins on TED Talk. When you're born into a narcissistic family, they're run on programs. The golden child in my family was actually, they had it backwards. The guy who had a DUI, the guy who was a hothead psychopath, my very much brother, if he's real or not. And I was the scapegoat, the divine being, the Christ consciousness, which I would have had at 7 years old, up till 7 or 8. Then the societal wound, the societal programming, societal energies, the inherited trauma, the projections of the people you're living with in your home, the government programming, and blah, 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 is stripped from you if you're not around other spiritual beings or people with your energy. Because the way I awakened in my awakening, those are definitely not my parents. I'm smart, I'm articulate, I'm intelligent, I'm beautiful, I'm bright, I'm divine. And I always was as a kid. Until they started giving me triangle ugly haircuts, laughing at me, probably even hung me somewhere, man, and made people laugh at me and kick me. Who fucking knows? But I very much feel like I was drugged as a kid. And you would have to be for these people not to want you to remember anything, right? So again, a massive cover-up. Oh, I got to put this down for a second. So, I got pillows all around me right now. And I'm going to lean back against this very furniture that I have that I've cloaked a blanket over top because I have their 1970s furniture in my apartment right now. And I'm trying to get the fuck out of my hometown because I don't belong here anymore. I've packed up everything, man. I packed it up like a long time ago. I call it junk removal because it's all junk. I have maybe like one good thing in here. It's my treadmill. These people are trapping me here. It's called rape. And there's a big conspiracy going on, not from me, not a conspiracy theorist, like there's drones above our apartments every night putting fear-based air into our apartment building. But when you're unconscious, you wouldn't know. I do. Because I went out on my balcony and I've seen the drones up there every night at 3, 4 in the morning. I also see them above Sobeys and Costco. Now, population control is real, right? Everybody knows that. So what I believe and what I see with my eyes to see is not a conspiracy theory. Because I'm talking real facts. But this demonic family, Mary Waldron, Gord Waldron, and Steve Waldron, and an evil stepmother as well, named Bev, these people are covering up something more. It's evil, it's twisted, it's disgusting. 34:44 on the timer, which means the angels and the ancestors and the whole universe is protecting me when you see 444. Again, true speakers and true seekers are always harassed and bullied, aren't they? Because they always saw the bigger picture. And I just had something the other day. I forgot what it was now because they make me forget everything. I believe it was the gray feather, maybe? Something I found on the ground. I can't remember. I'll have to look back on my video. And it means that I could see the bigger picture. Therefore, when we have our spiritual awakening, it brings us back to that child that we were before the world got to us. I'm going to repeat again. I'm sweating so much right now. These guys are still trying to get me to shut up, and I've been making videos now for a year and a half. But the cops won't help me. So I'm wondering today if I should go to domestic witness program, domestic witness services. I know in the courthouse here in London, the psychopath that I used to hang out with, these women that worked there wanted me to fry him because he's hurt a lot of women. Again, it's somebody unhealed that never healed their childhood wounds, so they're a psychopath. They have no emotions. They practice them in the mirror, which means they could kill somebody and get away with it, which means they could brainwash the whole town and get away with it. Because people who blackmail people would still intimidate narcissists because they live in fear every day. And when you've done awful things in your life and somebody's blackmailing you, you're probably going to be coerced into going along with something that you maybe didn't want any part of. But you have a choice, right? So I'm going to throw that out there as well. Because again, this man always blackmailed me all the time. And it got really creepy. He started stalking when I got a peace bond against him. He started stalking my cool ex who I was still living with, my fiance, which became my ex-fiance, greatest man of all time, a divine being, somebody who always saw the bigger picture, but I was dumbed down so much by that family that I couldn't, because I was wearing everybody's shame, guilt, and fear, and blame for everything. I believe it's a book by a lady named Rebecca Mansville, and it's a book on your childhood. It's called Shamed, Blamed, and Rejected. I wasn't just shamed, blamed, and rejected. I was projected on by everybody my whole life. Not projecting for good. Because my spiritual teacher says I'm a projector, but I'm a projector for good. Because I'm telling the truth. These guys are projectors. Every narcissist knows they're doing it too, right? They hate you so much, you get to wear the whole city's unhealed wounds now. That's me right now. I get to wear my whole apartment building's unhealed wounds. But on top of that, like energy attracts like energy. So I've repelled all my old friends. And I feel like the greatest guy of all time might be coming back to me because I wouldn't be repelling him. But I don't know if I'm really repelling everybody, or they're just all narcissists and hate me. Or they were blackmailed to go against me by a very evil man with the initials RB. And I should just fucking say his name right on my tape because he's an asshole. Psychopath. I'm very much living in a city which I believe is run by Masons, which I didn't really know anything about. But I'm not a part of it. I've had to get a lawyer for everything. And I've had a hate crime on me my whole life that I'm just figuring out now as well. It's a hate crime. I don't know who my real birth parents are. I don't know anything about my childhood. And every time I ask this evil family, it's like they're the liars club. Again, I told you, I made a video the other day about cops. They'd say something, they think fast. It's like they're playing a game of who lies first. Think fast. Whatever comes out of their mouth is the truth for the narcissist. But it's not the fucking truth for anybody else. And the narcissist has to pump themselves up, do cocaine, drink beer, sleep around, whatever their addictions are. Narcissists and psychopaths have more addictions than the people they live with even know. Because they live in shame, fear, and guilt. So, my main point of this message is, my back very much right now is being scalar weaponized. I've healed my childhood, and I've set boundaries with these people again. I started noticing them looking at each other, the mother and brother. And again, a mother and a brother in a narcissistic family. It's almost like an incestual relationship where it's like the mom made the son take her on as like the husband as a kid. Because she never healed her childhood wounds. So it's like that. That golden child actually had to take on a very hard role too. I'm not saying their life was easy, but they could fucking heal. They have ample time to heal, men, and go talk to a counselor. When you go talk to a counselor, as I've done, you don't rehearse what you're going to talk about. The counselor gets you to talk. So anything in your core insides that's rotting now, because most people are fucking 80 and haven't healed. And they're projecting that and flying that misery around our city, which again, you can Google our city, London, Ontario, Canada, the unhappiest city in Canada. But when I walk around outside, I can make friends with anybody. Immigrants, anybody. And these asshole narcissists and psychopaths, they're racist. I'm not saying all of them, but they're fucking racist. Half of them are misogynists. So that those people that have that hate on for women, that woman's life's going to be even worse, isn't it? And when people aren't being honest, that person's life is going to be even worse. And I'm not trying to look like I'm in a porno right now because I feel like I'm like laying back and trying to look like that. I'm definitely not. I'm not one of those people. And but I'm fucking sore and my back's on like 3 pillows right now. And I have to explain this pain again. It's in my neck. And again, I've done a lot of work on when you're a chosen one in 144,000, they try to shut you up because you're the true speaker and seeker very much as they did as a child. I believe as a child, I knew everything I saw. I'd say like, what are you guys doing? Go ahead, beat me. Go ahead, beat me. And I was very, very mature for my age. Wise beyond my years. I guess you could say ears too, right? That's what was wanting to be shared as they tried to shut me up. The pain all over my body is fucking excruciating. And again, I believe I've been on a government watch list since I was a kid because there's a big fucking cover up. Again, I'm going to throw it out there. A premeditated murder plot on my life. Where the chosen ones have to have the hardest life. And most people are dead that I know that would have been chosen. Or empaths in general. Only the good die young, they say, right? Or is it always the people that knew things are dead? Or somebody in their family's dead? I knew everything when I was a kid. I guess they drugged me, beat me up so fucking much to clear out my memory, as well as the programming they're redoing on me right now is subconscious reprogramming so that I won't be able to manifest my dreams, which I've already done. And I believe the whole city and the whole world has been living off of my energy, which is your vitality. See, our currency isn't money, it's our energy. It's how we connect with Source and the divine and God, universe. Everybody above, as above, so below. I'm not in fear on this journey, and I go out and get connected in the nature every day. And I make videos about the birds, the feathers I find. And I know the meanings of a lot of things, so I stay connected that way. And again, I don't live in fear. But every night I go to bed and all throughout the day, these voices talking to me, they're also like a tapes running in my ear. And it's everybody's voice. All the old childhood trauma, like of a narcissist. Oh, Lynn, stop it. Would you just shut up? Ha 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 ha. Like it's going on and on with these idiots' voices. But I've already healed this. So I don't know if the government's running a tape through my fucking ear or what the fuck they do, but it's disgusting, man. And I already healed my subconscious programming. I already remade my subconscious, we'll call it. Because I listened to a lot of things to do that. And now these assholes, there's got to be a reason why I haven't been able to wear my headphones, my Bluetooth. Because I very much enjoy music. We're all a frequency, right? We're a vibe. And not allowing somebody to wear their headphones or their Bluetooth since they got their new phone is fucking illegal as well. Again, very much, they're using me in this city as a scapegoat. And it's bullshit. And I'm going to keep talking my truth. And I don't know what I left out right now. Probably lots. Because again, they're trying to shut me up and whatever else they're doing. I can't even hear really right now at all. And I know they're trying to close my throat chakra now. I know my dog is not very comfortable in this apartment. Want to see her? She's very, very cute. Say hi, Smash. Say hi on the video. Can you see ya? And that's the old furniture over here. Let's show you. There's the 1976 furniture, which probably, knowing these people, has spell work on it. I don't know anything about this, but I've been finding out that a lot of people use black magic. I don't even know about this shit, but I have a lot of black magic frequencies that I can repel it. And I have an evil eye repellent because every narcissist has the same evil eye, stink eye, and they have a smirk. And the smirk makes them a fucking jerk. And they know what they're doing. And when you get that energy on you, it actually puts you back and doesn't allow you to manifest your dreams either. So I have a lot of good frequencies where I can repel the evil eye. And it gives you your energy back. 4644. My point being is the city I'm living in, London, Ontario, Canada, given the name Lynn, Lynn, middle name Julie, Julie, last name Waldron. I don't know if I'm a missing person from somewhere because they made me look different every year and I was cloaked in the community's energy. Why would they lie about that friend they used to hang out with? Sketchy, right? Everything's sketchy because they just lie. And I think they've lied so much now that as the narcissist ages, they say the old age narcissist is the worst. And you know, if a court case was going on, they'd plead and say they had Alzheimer's now or dementia because they're almost fucking 80. Never healed. My point being is I asked everything about my childhood. And as I started asking when I got sober, the karmic father would lie more. Oh, I don't know. But the stepmother's face, like a little kid, because a narcissist is a little kid. They're a 1-year-old or 2-year-old or a 7-year-old trapped in an adult empty meat vessel, we'll call it again, because it's empty. They're hollow, shallow, right down to their core. They're manipulating, gaslighting, twisting shit around. What's the other thing called? Manipulation, gaslighting. Can't think of it, and I couldn't think of it yesterday in a video. We'll call it twisting shit around because I can't think of the word right now, which is really weird. But they're liars. It comes down to lying. And I know everybody in my city, I feel like, knows what's going on but me, which is pretty fucking ignorant considering it was my childhood. My birthright, my free will. And I'm exercising my free will, and I've said no because I'm being raped. I'm being raped with weapons. I'm being weaponized. My throat chakra's being worked on all day, every day. But I know I am healthy. I am disease-free. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Because when we say I am, we can become anything after it. I am a singer. I am a healer. I am a divine channeler. I am. What are these guys? They couldn't say I am. A narcissist can't look in the mirror and say I am with anything attached because they never believed in themselves. They still don't. They're worthless. They're assholes. They're liars. That's enough about that. But my point being is, no means no. It's the hardest word in the English language. When I gave up people pleasing and being codependent and not giving a fuck what anyone thought about me, I very, very much could start saying the word no. When you leave narcissists, you gray rock them. You become dull, pathetic, and boring. You give them one-word answers so they don't know anything about you, because a lot of them are very entitled and nosy because they've been running away from their own lives their whole time. And the only thing the narcissist cares about is what? They love celebrities, they hate their families, and they only care what strangers think about them, which is fucking weird, right? Why would you care what a stranger thought about you and not your own family? It's like a government fucking back-ass words program. As well as everything I'm beginning to want to know is all from narcissists. Why are court cases just being looked into now from the 1854? Why are people just getting their land back from 1854? That's what we're here to change. All the corruption in the world. All the narcissism. And we're here to make a change. And if you don't want to make a change, get the fuck out of the people's way that are. Stop with your hate, your jealousy, and your envy. Because it shows you're weak, it shows you're pathetic, and it shows that you're greedy. Well, you know what happens to greedy people? They get their money taken away from them, and the land goes back to the real original owners. On the journey I'm on right now, we're ending racism as well and misogyny. How is that existing in 2025? Because of narcissists. That's why. Bigots. Narcissists who live in their false self. Their ego. They'll never know what it's like to be on a spiritual journey because they don't believe in themselves. So they had to make you not believe in yourself either. They had to dumb you down. They had to beat the fuck out of you so that you could never grow and be the person that you were as a little child. Hence why right now, being weaponized, which again, being told to shut up as a kid is being weaponized. All these illegal things, and the government or whomever, probably that family has like a remote control on me. And I'm not going to shut up. Diane Collins says the same thing on her TED Talk. She didn't shut up either. But I'm living in a city where corruption is over top of everything else. And it's every narcissist trying to cover up their lies. Because again, they live in shame, fear, and guilt every day. Why are these people lying about? Why would I recognize and remember a parent's, not a parent, but you get the point. A friend of the family. They weren't a family. The friend of those assholes. And they're not admitting to knowing the man. There's got to be more of a cover up there, but I recognized the man's voice and knew the man. I talked to him for a while. And he recognized them, but they lied that they didn't know him. Anyway, like the cops lying, smirking in my face, telling them about a psychopath, that they should go check with this guy. And now going back to 7-8 years ago when I was too afraid to get this man in jail, the domestic courthouse, the women wanted me to go in a separate courtroom and testify against him, and I was too scared. Because he blackmailed me. And when people blackmail people, they instill fear into the empaths as well. So the government's got one big city filled with fear, with the empaths and the narcissists now. Because the narcissists have also cloaked up the empaths in their energy since the beginning of time. And to the people my age that are too afraid to stick up to your parents and you just decided to hate, be jealous, and envious, you're weak. You're fucking weak, man. 3355. And I've always been the girl that can tell somebody when they're handsome, beautiful, smart, anything, love your outfit, love your hair. Because I don't have jealousy and envy in me, but all these people do. So again, they're definitely not my real family. So I'm wondering if my family was murdered. There's got to be a real reason for something, right? And as I awakened, I noticed my energy. These guys stunk. They smelled like death to me. Everybody did. And I don't like the smell of death, but I'm not afraid of death. But narcissists, another thing, they're afraid of death. They're already fucking dead inside. They haven't even lived. How could you be afraid of death when you're already dead? All they need to do is go talk to somebody, man. The counselor will bring it out of them. They don't have to rehearse it. All they have to do is get rid of their coke habit, their alcoholism, any addiction they have, but they won't. They'll just keep hating. They'll keep being jealous. They'll keep being envious. And that's very much the world we live in. The narcissists are the government. They're the psychopaths. And I'm surrounded by a lot of them in my city. I got rid of that family. It was a hard no, but I didn't. I went silently, but I yelled at the father. I left his house when he was yelling in my face. I said, I wanted to tell you you're a piece of shit since I was a little girl, and I left. Something very brave and bold to do, right? But anyone can do it. When you don't live in fear, you can do anything and you can speak your mind. I don't live in fear. It's a fucking illusion. Well done to the narcissist who played right into the government's hand of fear. But again, you'd have to be a psychopath to be in government, wouldn't you? Just like the narcissists that are very much covering up a crime about my birthright and about what happened to me as a kid. And everybody in my city knows because I think they all tried to kill me. But I'm very much alive. And you know what I'm here for today? Sobriety. Sobriety saved my life. If I didn't become accountable and sit there like a narcissist in victim mentality as they do, I became accountable for the rock bottom that I made in my life. I didn't sit there blaming anybody. I became accountable, and anybody can become accountable when you get away from these assholes, man, because they'll never be accountable. They're going to keep you stuck. They're going to hold you back for the rest of your life. And do you want to live like that? Do you want to live in somebody's shadow? Their shadow that they haven't healed? No, we want to integrate our shadow into our bright side so that we can show the world who we are with both the light and the dark. That's what the spiritual journey is. It's integrating your shadow. By Carl Jung, you integrate the shadow into your life and you start breaking down your ego. You don't hide your shadow side, you fucking embrace it. I guess right now this is my shadow side because I'm telling these assholes in my community, 5711, I'm on to you. I don't care how long this is going to take to come out, but you guys are guilty. You're liars. You're narcissists. Look up the word. NPD is a mental disorder and it can cause schizophrenia in other people because they're in fight or flight mode, never knowing what this asshole's personality is going to be, what they're going to get hit with, word salads, objects, hands, fists, triangulation. That's what was the word. They triangulate you, project at you, strangling you and everything. Right now, that man in the city that's a psychopath, I wouldn't be too afraid at all to go find him and get him in a jail cell because I think it would help a lot of the women in the community and also the men, because he also followed around my fiance for years when I gave him the peace bond when I was too scared to do anything else, when he couldn't get to me. The guy's a wimp. He's a coward. He's disgusting. He's dirty. And there's nothing fearful about him at all. The guy would go home and cry behind closed doors when the narcissist mask, the collapse of the narc mask falls off. Everybody in the world sees the narcissist as a big, bright, beautiful, loud, helpful humanitarian in public. Behind closed doors, they're a fucking monster. Projecting, abusive, and everything. They're a completely different person. And the narcissists know they are. But again, they're too afraid. They're afraid of what's inside of them to let it out. So they'll keep up anything, any lie, any facade up until they get to their deathbed. You know how much karma you get from the universe for holding in lies? But the people then will blame you. They'll call you a witch. They'll call you this. They'll call you that. I don't even know how to do any magic. I am the fucking magic. I was the magic as a kid too. And I can announce, I am magic. I don't need to do potions. I don't need to fucking put spells over people. I'm just magic. I am magic. I don't need to do witchcraft, man. If you got to try to control somebody with witchcraft, you're the fucking government right there too, man. So I'm going to put this out there. And again, I can stutter because they make me shut up all the time. Stuttering actually comes from your childhood wounds too. And I think it's very brave to Speak your truth while you're stuttering. Again, I'm sweating to death. I don't know if something's in my air conditioner because they just had that fixed a couple weeks ago, but I do know when I turn my air conditioning on, I'm sneezing. And I wake up like again with that fear-based air. It's in the air lurking around, but so is death around here too. With the evil narcissist. I'm going to turn my air back on right now. I do pay rent. I always pay my rent here, and I shouldn't be on a hate crime because I've done nothing to these people. So I guess if I have to go get my lawyer today, the chosen ones have had to get a lawyer for everything. I've had to get a lawyer so I wasn't homeless after a failed back surgery. And after a big institution treating me like shit, again, a hate crime, human rights violated. People turning on me left, right, and center, dominating over top of me, twisting it again and again, the gaslighting, manipulation, triangulation makes you feel like you're the fucking bad one. You're this, you're that. It's not. It never was. It's the narcissist. And they've gotten away with murder for too long now. And this murder on my life plot's going to be coming out soon too. And we don't have time for the narcissist to steal my Facebook, which they've done last year or the year before. They're probably in my phone right now. And again, they're the watchers. They're the creepers. I'm going to go back today to building up my subconscious mind programming again. And I'm going to be the light for the other people in the world that have been treated like this. And I'm going to start spreading more around about the targeted individuals. But again, watching somebody all day, talking to them all day, voice to skull technology, watching them, doing mirror magic in her mirror where it's disgusting. Like somebody ran in here and poured fucking soda, like pop on my fucking mirror, and me cleaning it every day with Windex and vinegar, and it never going away is disgusting. Showing me somebody's doing mirror magic, which I know nothing about. Scrying. I don't know what these things are, but I know how to block them now. Anyway, my arms are killing, my body's killing, my neck is killing. I'm burping because it could be a spiritual download burp, something a narcissist wouldn't know about either. They don't know about anything, actually. All they know is they're fantastic, they're great, but they know I know when they go behind closed doors that I know that they're actually not. They're a piece of shit, and it's time that they all knew they were a piece of shit. I'm going to end it there, but I'm going to go probably call my lawyer now. I'm going to tap into the universe and see what to do. I don't know if a court case has been going on the whole time behind my back or what's been going on, but I do know if somebody put their name down as a power of attorney over my life, they're not my real parent, and I don't need a power of attorney over my life. I'm actually the fucking psychologist. I'm the mentor. I'm the spiritual life coach. I'm the bright, beautiful, divine being that knows her head from her ass. I am calm, I am resilient, I am brave, I am strong. And I will say again, sobriety saved my life. And if I can walk into a meeting, why can't the narcissist? But no, they can't. They'll continue to drink, they'll continue to do coke, they'll continue to hate, shame, blame you, and live in their little behind closed doors, holding their mask on for dear life. Because the one thing that they hate, the one thing they're afraid of the most is anybody seeing them for what they fucking truly are. And I'll tell you this right now, they're a little kid. They all are the same. There's nothing unique. There's nothing authentic about them. Nothing. They're hollow, shallow, and they all are the exact same. They look different, but they're the same. Boring, dull, pathetic. Little boys and girls that decided to take on the persona of the bully, whether it was their parent, sibling, or somebody at school, they chose to be the narcissist when they can change any day and turn it around and become the better person, but they never will. So we'll leave it at that. I'm going to be getting out of this city. I'm going to be finding out today who's using these illegal weapons on me. And I am also going to find out if there's poisons in my air by the people that run this place. I'm getting a fucking headache now and feeling weaker by the minute. And I am going to turn my air on again. Actually, I feel like I'm very, very sick right now. So I'm going to end the video. I got to lay on my bed for a bit. I'm sweating to death. This is a premeditated murder. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm actually going to pass the fuck out like faint. So I'm going to end the video right now. I'm burning the fuck up like being crucified. I'm going to end it right now. It's disgusting. I feel sick as shit. Goodbye.